Welcome to this peaceful corner of your day, a space where we explore growth, resilience, and understanding through quiet reflection and honest conversation. Today's episode is all about something that connects us all: problems. Big or small, personal or professional. Expected or out of the blue, problems are part of life. They challenge us, frustrate us, stretch us, and if we allow them, they shape us into stronger, more thoughtful versions of ourselves. In this solo podcast, we're going to take a deep, uninterrupted dive into the art of dealing with problems. Not just solving them, but learning from them, growing through them, finding clarity and confidence, even when everything feels messy and uncertain. So take a deep breath. This is your time. Let's begin this journey together. Let's begin with the most important truth. Having problems doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It simply means you are alive. Problems are not detours from the path, they are part of the path. The first step in dealing with any problem is to shift the way we see it. Often we panic, we want it gone. We resist, we deny, we distract ourselves. But when we see a problem as a teacher, not a punishment, everything changes. Problems are not signs of weakness, they're invitations to grow. Think about the most memorable lessons of your life. Chances are they didn't come from times of ease. They came from struggle, from uncertainty, from moments when you weren't sure how you would get through, but you did. That's the quiet power of problems. They force us to dig deeper, to become more creative, more patient, more determined. They introduce us to parts of ourselves we didn't even know existed. And while no one likes problems, they can become the very pressure that shapes us into something stronger. Now let's talk about what most people do when they face a problem and why it often doesn't work. Most of us try to fix things immediately. We want quick answers, fast relief. We want to make the discomfort disappear. And while there's nothing wrong with wanting to feel better, rushing to escape a problem often means we miss the wisdom inside it. Because here's the thing, every problem carries a message. Sometimes the message is simple, like slow down, set boundaries, or you're doing too much. Other times it's deeper, asking us to examine who we are, what we value, and where we're really going. When we stop fighting the problem and start listening, we open a door to understanding ourselves better. Problems can be like a mirror, reflecting back things we might not have noticed otherwise. For example, maybe you're feeling overwhelmed by too many responsibilities. The problem might be stress, but the message could be that you need to say no sometimes. Maybe a friendship is causing you pain. The problem might be conflict, but the message could be about setting healthy boundaries or learning forgiveness. This is why rushing to fix problems without reflection often leaves us stuck. We patch the surface but miss the root cause. The deeper lesson remains hidden. So take a moment next time you face a problem to pause and ask yourself, what is this problem trying to show me? What can I learn from this situation? How can this help me grow? This mindset shift transforms problems from enemies into allies. Understanding the message behind problems takes time. And that's where patience becomes essential. We live in a world that values quick fixes and instant gratification. But real growth rarely happens overnight. Problems often ask us to slow down and build resilience, the ability to bounce back after difficulties. Resilience isn't about never falling. It's about getting up every time you do. Imagine a tree in a storm. The wind might bend its branches, but the tree's roots hold firm. Our roots are our values, our mindset, and our support systems. When problems come, we draw strength from these roots. Resilience is also built through small daily habits, like practicing calm breathing, journaling your thoughts, or simply reminding yourself that this too shall pass. These simple acts prepare us for the bigger storms. By cultivating patience and resilience, we create a solid foundation for navigating problems with grace rather than frustration. Sometimes problems feel overwhelming because we look at them as one giant obstacle. That's natural when you're facing something big. It's easy to feel stuck or powerless. One of the most effective ways to deal with problems is to break them down into smaller, manageable pieces. Think of it like eating a large meal. You don't swallow it all at once. You take one bite at a time. By dividing a problem into parts, you can focus on solving one aspect at a time. This makes progress feel achievable and gives you a sense of control. It also helps reduce anxiety because your mind isn't spinning with everything at once. Try writing down your problem and then listing smaller steps or issues that make it up. Then take one step forward, no matter how small. Each small victory builds momentum and brings you closer to a solution. While breaking down problems helps, it's also important to stay flexible. Sometimes our first approach doesn't work, that's okay. Being rigid or stubborn about how things should go can trap us in frustration. Instead, try to stay open to new ideas and unexpected solutions. Problems often invite creativity. Maybe the answer isn't what you first thought it would be, and that's a good thing. Flexibility means being willing to change your perspective. Adjust your plan and learn as you go. It's about moving forward with curiosity, not fear. When you adopt this mindset, problems become puzzles waiting to be solved, rather than walls blocking your path. No one needs to face problems alone. Sometimes the most powerful step in dealing with difficulties is reaching out for support. Whether it's a trusted friend, family member, mentor, or professional, sharing your struggles lightens the load. Talking things through helps you gain new perspectives, and sometimes just feeling heard is healing in itself. Remember, asking for help is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of wisdom and strength. It shows you value your growth and well-being. Connection also reminds us that problems are part of the human experience. We all face them, and together we become stronger. When we face problems, it's easy to neglect our own well-being. Stress and worry can drain our energy, making it harder to think clearly or take action. That's why self-care is essential in problem solving. Taking care of your body through proper sleep, nutrition, and exercise helps your mind stay sharp and resilient. Equally important is nurturing your mental health. Practices like mindfulness, meditation, or simply taking quiet moments can calm your thoughts and reduce anxiety. When you feel balanced and centered, problems don't feel as overwhelming. You can approach them with clarity and calm instead of panic. Problems often come with mistakes and setbacks. It's tempting to see these as signs of failure, but they're actually vital parts of growth. Each mistake carries a lesson. When you face a problem and don't succeed at first, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I do things differently next time? This mindset turns failure into feedback, a valuable tool for improvement. Instead of fearing mistakes, welcome them as opportunities to refine your approach. Remember, many successful people credit their failures as key to their ultimate success. They didn't quit when things went wrong. They adapted, learned, and kept moving forward. Facing problems can sometimes cloud our outlook, making us focus only on what's wrong. But cultivating a positive mindset is one of the most powerful tools you have. Positivity doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on possibilities rather than obstacles. One effective way to do this is by practicing gratitude. Each day, try to notice and appreciate the good things in your life, no matter how small. Gratitude shifts your attention from scarcity to abundance. From despair to hope, it rewires your brain to look for solutions instead of dwelling on problems. When you stay positive, your energy increases, and you become more resilient in the face of difficulties. Now, as we bring this journey to a close, remember that dealing with problems is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong skill. Each challenge you face is a chance to practice courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear, but the choice to keep going despite it. With patience, resilience, flexibility, support, self-care, learning, positivity, and gratitude, you build a toolkit that will help you handle whatever comes your way. So when problems arise, as they inevitably will, trust yourself. Trust your strength, trust the process. You have everything inside you to turn obstacles into stepping stones and struggles into success. Thank you for listening. Keep moving forward with confidence and courage. Your best days are ahead. Before we truly end, take a moment to breathe deeply. Reflect on how far you've come, not just today, but in your whole journey. Every problem you've overcome has shaped you, made you wiser and stronger. Remember, growth isn't always visible right away. Sometimes it happens quietly, like roots growing underground before a tree blooms. So be kind to yourself, celebrate your small victories. And whenever life feels heavy, come back to these ideas: patience, resilience, learning, and positivity. They are your companions through every twist and turn. Thank you once again for sharing this time with me. Until next time, stay hopeful, stay brave, and keep shining your light.